A school bus? Those are full of kids, so we're just gonna go ahead and do the obvious. It doesn't even fall off the edge right. The perfect bridge for a school bus. And yeah, that's what I like to see. Now is probably my first and only chance to ever hit the leaderboards. Gotta make that little blue car go to that little blue flag. Plenty of budget to spare, but I want to see if it holds up. Well, that's a new camera angle. Wow, there it goes. First failure. Just need bigger triangles. I'm sure that's all it is. Car's gonna go across. Probably no problem. Probably. Top 15%. Someone did it for $2,000. Level number 2. Red van to red flag. Simple slope. But what if we don't actually have any slope involved? Can we just drop it off the end? Yeah, that's much better. Just about half budget. Perfect. And the car landed right like I wanted it. Got 5th place on that one. Heavy dump truck. To there. I'll maybe get away with something like that. I like the way the camera zooms way out when I want to go to play it. So far so good. Is it gonna hold up? I think we're good. 14 out of the $24,000 budget. Our first level with a monster truck and a boat. No hydraulics to play with yet. If I've learned anything about monster trucks over the years, it's that they love to jump over stuff. The old ones were a little bit faster though. I feel like it's maybe not gonna clear the boat. Might need to rethink this particular design. Probably something like this. That should work just fine as long as it clears the boat. Monster truck going up and over without any problem. I wish it was a little bit faster. Our first bit of variety. Car A1 up to the start, down to here. Van, same thing, but it's got to go downwards. This is what I'm thinking long term. I just want to make sure the van holds up. The car kind of breaks it. Never considered that part of it. So the fix is obvious. We just prop it up with the bridge from down below. Never mind. Probably something like this. Maybe. Nope, the van didn't like that one bit, neither did the car. You'd think I'd be good at this by now. It's all in the triangles. Just gotta make them bigger. If your bridge fails, make your triangles bigger, it'll work. Works every time except this one. Bit of a redesign. Hopefully this one's a little more structural. If not, we'll just continue connecting things together, but this seems to work. It was that easy. Finally, on our 6th level, we get some hydraulics to play with. My design is probably gonna be something like this, provided it holds up. Still needs a little bit of work. This hydraulic is going to help support the middle of the bridge, then we just need to make the actual little bridge part here a little more structural, then it should work just fine. However, the things I say do not come with guarantees. We never really know what's going to happen, but somehow this is actually working pretty good so far. I didn't think that was going to work right away. What kind of boat is that, by the way? Now, is it going to hold together again? That's the question. It even locks itself back in. I feel like I could have done that for way cheaper. I did that for $16,500. Someone did it for under $5,000. I wanted to try an alternate design because the moped is so light that I could do it for $14,500. Not even close to the goal, but that's fine. It actually gave me an achievement for doing that. It wants me to not use hydraulics. Yellow taxi gotta go up to here and then come back again. You think reinforced road is stronger? Oh, I think it's wood and road combined. I get it now. Probably won't hold up to much. I'm feeling a pretty simple design for this one. Ooh, I saw it bend in the middle. Bigger triangles it is. Even bigger triangles. If the biggest triangles don't work, nothing will, but they never let me down. It's gonna go right up top, cruise right on back down. Take your time though. And that was it. Adding a little bit of steel works wonders. I can go with way smaller triangles for I think less budget. $10,200. This one we have to help a fire truck get to the other side and we gotta hang the whole thing from balloons. I've never lifted up a fire truck, but I'm assuming they're very heavy, so I'm gonna go with big triangles right off the bat. Boy, that budget really disappears fast, doesn't it? Anyways, we're gonna give this a try to see how it works. We can make adjustments if need be from there. But I think it's actually gonna cruise right on across there. Maybe fire trucks aren't as heavy as I thought. Maybe also less important. I've whittled things down even further just because it's a fire truck. There's very little wood to be had, so the budget is way lower than it used to be. It still crosses with no problem, so I'm wondering how creative I can get. I thought that maybe a single cable would work even if it's made out of steel, but it turns out the bridge doesn't like that very much. The fire truck doesn't even get on it before the bridge collapses, so we're moving on. Budget cuts. Use less material to save budget. That's what I do best. We're not even going to get a bridge. This one wasn't messing around. I've got to go under budget, so hopefully something like that works. I mean, a front-end loader shouldn't be that heavy, right? If this actually works, I'm going to be really impressed with myself for maybe the first time ever. Not the most exciting level, but very simple. 7,800, Eunice again. That guy knows something I don't. I kind of want to see if I can get this one for under $10,000. I'm at $10,180 and it looks like this. I think I've got the secret figured out. You don't need the triangles to be as big in the middle because you're already supported by this guy. So let's see if we can just kind of get away with that. Probably not, but you never know. Nope. But we did manage to do it for under 10 grand. Basically, this is all I had to do. 9,928. Done. This game gets me. Sometimes jumping the gap is the best solution. I couldn't agree more. And our little orange car is decently fast. It actually makes it probably 2/3 of the way across by itself, so this won't be hard. Adding just a little bit of a jump here. I built this one many times before, and It made it like 10% further. We have springs? What do springs do? I'd wager they're there mostly for shock absorption, and my car can definitely jump that far, so can we just kind of land things on springs? These are definitely something I wish I had before. That would have saved me so much trouble because I kept breaking my bridges because I kept doing stuff like this. And when the car hits the bridges, they break, but the springs are going to help absorb some of that impact. So I'm pretty sure if I had one more spring there, that might actually help it just slow it down enough that it doesn't tear my bridge apart. But let's see, it's all going to be in the landing here. And nope. Not quite. So we'll just add a little bit of steel and whatever, and I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I like how springy it is already. Maybe I should compress it a bit. That way it's not so... Oh, it's so close. I wonder if the weight matters. Probably. Let's compress both the springs as much as we can to see what happens. Is it... Oh, it springs it upwards. That's pretty interesting. Will the car land on that? If it did, that would be perfect. We missed. Springs are at 50% compression. Let's take a look. Yeah, we're coming down. I think we're going to have it this time. And kerblamo. Oh, that counts. You can't take that away from me. That counts. 9th place overall. Not too bad. We could maybe do better. Pretty curious if we can use springs to get a little extra oomph at the top. Is this gonna work? Probably not. Am I gonna try it? Absolutely. Let's leave it on neutral to see if it springs the car in anywhere fun or does anything weird at all. Kind of bounces it straighter and flatter. The springs up here may have been a bad idea. Push the car a little bit further, but not much. Made a little adjustment because I can feel like I can do this one better. It works pretty good as is though because it lands a little more nicely on the down ramp. I found a way to complete the level without the bridge breaking. I'm a little bit over budget though, so I've got to sacrifice something somewhere. But I'm impressed that holds together. Here's my springy solution. Car's gonna come, jumps all the way down, lands without breaking because the springs absorb it all. And we didn't go over our budget. We gotta remember that that's what the star means on here. They broke their bridge while doing it, so... Cars, hydraulic, floating cars, hydraulic, done. Yeah, I kind of prefer to not use hydraulics whenever I get away with it. This might actually work, because this wasn't really a super difficult workaround. So that's gonna stop. Wait for the... Oh, the car doesn't make it. Seriously? A little failure. Maybe we just need more of a lip on the end. Where's that car? We're also way under budget. So hopefully this works. Nope, that car just likes to flip itself. Maybe we'll just kind of droop it right here. And it breaks the whole bridge, but we're getting closer. One simple piece of wood might have saved the bridge. All right, van, whenever you're ready. Oh, I guess we gotta wait for the boat because they're more important than us apparently. Go, van, go. Hopefully it can make it without breaking it and don't flip over. Yeah, perfect. 8th place? I feel like everyone had the same idea I did. I managed to knock that down to 7th place just with a slightly more efficient design. Because as it turns out, the boat's not nearly as tall as the game wants you to think it is. It'll actually go right through that, no problem. I need to remember that for future levels. Oh, it's one of those fun levels when I gotta balance everything off a rock. Something like this probably isn't gonna work, but you never know at the same time. That went a lot better than I thought it would. Now with some slightly bigger triangles, this might just work. So far across there, these triangles are smaller because I thought I could get away with it because I just wanted to try it. And somehow that actually works. Move myself up just a little bit. All I did was made a few of the triangles smaller. So far, I've done 12 of the 16 levels under budget without breaking the bridge. That's gotta be a record for me. Redraw. Another drawbridge. No cheating now. Oh, maybe it knows what I'm up to. I never cheated anything. If I could do it within the parameters of what the game supplies me with, that's not cheating. Pretty sure this is exactly what the game wanted me to do. Didn't really read the instructions. As long as that boat scoots underneath. I didn't see the star though. We're gonna have to change the plan just a little bit, because the ambulance is gonna make it across the bridge no problem. I'm confident in that, but it needs that star. Probably something like this plus a hydraulic. It doesn't have to go 50%. We could probably get away with like 30%, and that should work just fine. Up it goes. Boat's gonna have lots of room. 30% was overkill. And then the ambulance can gracefully cross my wonderful bridge. Easy. And I got 11th place for that. I've just realized what's probably a way better way of doing this. If I could just lift it with the hydraulic right here, that's probably going to be enough to make this work. And is the bridge, it's going to need a little bit of work, but you see what I'm getting at, and that's only $9,500. Moving hydraulic to the other side and also doing it backwards isn't going to work. However, pushing it in the right direction, still not quite there. There it is, just needed to adjust it a little bit. What was our budget before? I feel like we could have done that cheaper still. But we jumped up to 6th place. This design is $10,096. It works, but only barely. This is the minimum amount of what I could put up top, but I have a fun idea. Never mind, we're not allowed to use springs, so we're not gonna. When red joints aren't available, try bracing against something else, which should look something like this. That didn't work at all, because the wood can go right through whatever that is. But I might actually have a really easy solution for this one, depending on how fast our motorcycle goes. Seriously? It's gonna flip right over, isn't it? Well, that person probably died, but that's Pretty normal for my bridges, really. I've adjusted it just a little bit. I feel like if the motorcycle was just a little faster, we wouldn't have these problems. There should be a disclaimer before any one of my bridges that says you need to go fast, like full speed ahead. Momentum will carry you across. Added a little bit onto the end, but I feel like that's probably, gonna break the bridge. Well, I made the person cross it for the first time ever, but the bridge did break, and that puts me in 17th. Oh, that actually worked. That puts me in 16th place, which is okay. And that's literally as simple as this. It just goes on across and that's that. Only 2 levels left in the first area, hydraulic management. My specialty. Use hydraulic controller to figure out when hydraulics are activated. Red car's gotta go up top, blue car's gotta go down low. The red car is fast, so it can jump up while the blue cars can jump low. Something like that. Let's give it a try. How fast is the red car? Okay, that actually works. Did not expect it to go so well on the first try. This probably isn't going to go so well, but again, it is only the first try. And, oh, it's so close. What about giving the blue car just a little bump out like that? That might be enough to flip it over forward the one more time it needs. Nope, didn't even touch it. So it landed right upside down. Not to worry, I've dealt with this kind of problem before. If I just put some road somewhere weird, the car's gonna bounce off it and eventually it'll right itself back up again. As long as it doesn't break that road, because technically that would be breaking my bridge, and that's not really what I want to happen, but this is still gonna work, I think. Depending on what this car does, because it already broke the thing it needed. Blue car, go, I believe in you. And yeah, we did it. $4,800. Good enough for 4th place should I want it. So I changed the design just a little bit. I propped this road up with wood instead, so it actually works out a lot better. It doesn't break and the cars get to where they're going much nicer. Actually on their wheels for once. Blue car's gonna come up, go across, drop on down. Done. $4,700. The final level we have to deal with is called Large Bridge. A school bus. Those are full of kids, so we're just gonna go ahead and do the obvious. It doesn't even fall off the edge right. The perfect bridge for a school bus. And yeah, that's what I like to see. They'll be fine. I feel like this one's not going to be a super creative design considering we're just going across a gap. All I'm going to need are really triangles. Never mind, this one might be a little bit harder than I thought because we're at 45 of our $47,000 budget and we're not even close. Maybe an inverted arch bridge though. Those can be fun, right? Attempt number 1 on my super bridge. Is it going to hold itself up? Nope. We need a redesign. Wait, if I connect it on the left side, it starts to hold itself up. I just need to put a little more structure in the middle. Added just a little bit of rope to the equation, and it's not really helping yet. But maybe if I raise the angle of the ropes, this could actually work. We're getting closer. I've now changed it to reinforced road, and this might actually be a winner. And we're at 39 out of the $47,000 budget. Now, what did everyone else do, though? They probably did it way better because I'm stupid. 13th place. Whittled off a few parts down to 9th place. We're getting better. This is where we're at currently. I can keep shrinking the triangles down, but it's not going to move the budget that much. I want to try and do it kind of cheap. Not sure if a design like this is going to make things better or worse. So far, it's not great. Alright, this is what I've landed on now. How's it going to work? I think it's probably still going to need some work in the middle because it's not very structural. Though adding a few pieces of large steel triangles might have actually done the trick. But what's going to happen with the bus at the end? It teeters over and the bridge holds up. Okay, so that's going to put us in 9th place again. Managed to get myself up to 8th because we're shaving off that budget little by little. Eliminated a piece of steel right here, lowered some triangles. I think this is going to work. So far so good. It's cruising across. Done. 31,649. So we dropped the budget quite a bit, which puts us ahead of most people, but behind these people who obviously have a very different design than I use. And a very basic design like this actually works too, only barely, but it's not any cheaper. $31,500. I think it was cheaper the last time. But hilariously enough, it actually shows you other people's designs so far, so we can see how they did it so cheaply. This guy did it for $22,500 like this. I've got to remember that can work. Straight road, arching wood up top, steel supports underneath. Gets away with that for $10,000 less than I did it with. Well, that's every level in the first area properly beaten by myself.